joined, but if you're in the party, just click on one of our names and you should be able to join session and you'll jump in on us. Kyle, are you actually there? Is he talking and just ignoring you? Oh, God. Did he mute all of us? God. Right. This is why I don't like playing with Europeans. Oh, God. Roll on. Oh, probably not. Well, technically, we're still European at the moment.
For now.
I don't think I can be anti-European if I am one. Also, I'm half Spanish, so I kind of can't escape anyway.
Escape.
Right, I shall take us in. Like I say, I don't have anyone watching, so it doesn't really matter. Right, hang on. Oh, it's Joe. Joe, you haven't joined. I was trying to explain to people how to join a fire team. I didn't realise it was you. God. English people. Oh, at least I'm only half English.
We are the worst, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but you're northern.
That's true.
Most of our clan are from your part of the country outside the M25.
For generations,
I'm just glad I'm not drinking because I was awful the other night. Well, I know it was with clanmates, but still.
She is known as Riven. Riven of 1,000 voices. The last known Ahamkara. She has been taken, and her death is your calling.
What is it? Are we talking wine bottle or beer bottle? Oh, God. And not one of those pathetic little mini bottles, a full-sized bottle of wine. Oh God, a Malbec, lovely. Probably. What time is it in Australia? Or are you just an Australian that's left Australia? Oh,
that's
God.
A commitment.
Oh. I was going to say the stereotypes are true. Oh. Oh. God.
You are
once Brexit happens, Carl, I'm going to have a clan Brexit too.
All that strength is still nothing but a retainer to the Oracle Queen. You could be so much more. All you need to do is wish it.
I don't really want it to happen. It will make travelling around Europe much more difficult. And I'm actually planning to go to Belgium, so I can't really insult it too much. No, it was nice. Oh, fucking hell, I just jumped in. Oh my God, I haven't even had any alcohol. We don't need to point that out. I forgot actually that we're leading people. Has everyone actually worked out where they're going, even though I just jumped straight? No one followed me, obviously.
Guardian down.
Oh dear.
I don't know why I thought I was going to make that.
Guardian down.
Joe, I can't censor you. Oh, it's alright. His fault. Anything Joe says doesn't get streamed. It's just me that's going to look like everythingist. Fish. Oh, sorry, fish and chip. Oh god, I'm a terrible leader. And then when you get to the ledge, look up. That was a crap grenade. There we go. Where am I going? Oh, good, I am going the right way. Or am I? I don't even know if I am. I'm completely lost. I haven't done this in ages.
Have you come to free the witches? They will resist.
No.
Darkness
Because
is
as much as I
their
hate listening to my voice, I hate listening to yours more. Right, why isn't it giving us a chance to put a stick? Oh, it is. Okay, so this encounter, just before I start, we can move down and have a look. Just don't, these plates that you can see down there, just don't tread or jump over any, because that will trigger it. I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to use one stick at the start here, and that's my lot for the raid. That's the payment you have to make for success. Although, by the way, by success I mean getting up to Riven, because Riven in itself will take forever to explain. So if we can get that far, that's still 4 encounters done. This is where the main boss room is. So obviously she's in the middle at the moment. And if you look around her, you can see that there are 3 points where there are 2 symbols hanging from the ceiling. So you've got... these are just what we call them, but this one over here is Cloud Snake. Or Smiley. This is Infinity Snake, the one that's on the rocks here. And the one that's showing or hanging from the back is 8 Snake. Hopefully you could all work out why we call them what we do. The only other symbol that you might need is the one over there, which is the downward double-headed snake. So, has everyone seen the 4 symbols, just so I know, so you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so we're going to be in 3 teams of 2 in this bit, and what you need to remember is the position of your symbols. So you'll have one over here by these sort of purple shiny bits, these 2. If this is your team, these are the symbols that you're looking for to grab the to go on the plate. There'll be 2 that are on these ones over here by the rocks. That'll be the Infinity Snake, and then 2 at the back where it's all open, where it's currently 8 Snake. So once we've decided whose teams are what, which I'm just going to assign people. So A-Train and Savala, seeing as you're the first 2 people I've seen. If you 2, you're going to be looking for the symbols that are above on the right-hand side from where we are. So at the moment it's Cloud Snake. Okay. Me and Fish and Chip, we'll do the Infinity Snake. So we're looking for the symbols that are above this position. And Joe and Kojo, if you can do the back one. So at the moment you'll both be doing 8 Snake, but I don't obviously have to explain to you what you're doing. So what's going to happen when we start it off, we go to our relevant place. There's 2, for the 3 lots of symbols that are marked in the middle, there will be 2 plates for each. So every person stands on 1 plate. So Cloud Snake, or you'll go and find 2 different plates that have got the cloud on it. So if your teammate is already stood on one, you need to find the other one. Once you're both on it, when we start, we'll do a 3, 2, 1 anyway. But initially, when you're on it, you just stand on it. But you'll see that the plates, it's like a circle, but it's split into 3 sections. You'll see the lines on the plates really easily. As soon as you stand on it, 2 of the sections will have those big black orbs, those sort of taken bombs. Basically, you need to stand in the section that hasn't got the bomb on it. because you need to sort of secure the plate. So as long as you move into the section, you stand there, wait till the bombs explode, and then it will shift. So the two bombs will appear on another section. Now, you don't need to panic about that, because they appear and then there's a timer before they blow up. So as long as you move to the safe point on the plate, whilst, once they appear, you're fine. It doesn't matter if you walk through them, as long as you're not walking through them at the point that they detonate. However, if even like a toe is hanging over the boundary between the next section, you'll die. So make sure when you're standing in the safe zone that you are completely in the safe zone, and avoid using melees on some of the ads that are going to be coming at you, because sometimes you can melee yourself onto the next plate and die. And Sod's Law will have it that they'll be about to blow up when there's a thing attacking you and you melee it, so just be careful. Anyway, I think you need to do that 3 or 4 times, moving around into the safe zone and securing the plate, and you'll be shooting the thrall that are coming at you at the same time. After that, you'll see like a little taken appearance in front of your plate, and a knight will spawn in, a yellow bar knight. You just need to kill that knight and then get to this middle bit where we are now. So a shotgun's really good for that, so IQ loss is really good. Just punch, and it's about 2 or 3 shots after you've done that. And then you get to the middle for damage phase. Yes, once your plate's been secured, at that point all the bombs will disappear, a knight will spawn, and then you shoot it and kill it. Also, to make things difficult, whilst we're on the plates, Shuro Chi, who's currently in the middle, she will fly around to different plates randomly and attack you whilst you're trying to do all that. So, and she's got an attack that blasts you backwards, and again, she has a habit of doing that just as the bombs are about to explode, and she will blast you over them. So, if you shoot her, eventually she'll go away, but obviously you may have ads as well, so just be aware of that. So maybe save heavy or a grenade or something like that in case she comes, so you can get rid of her quickly. Also, if someone dies, we'll just have to always focus on securing your plate first before getting any revives. So if anyone dies on their plate, secure your own plate, and then the first person that secured their plate and killed their knight can then go and get the revive and help secure the spare plates. So basically, you're securing your plate, killing the knight, getting to the middle, ready for damage phase. Does that at least make some sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Right, cool. Okay, so during damage phase, we're all going to come to the middle. We're going to stand where she is at the moment. If we've got a warlock with a well, that would be great. And actually, Lunafaction boots, just even though it's not going to be auto reload, still the quick reload is going to be useful. Don't worry too much if you're not at the moment, because it might take a couple of goes just to understand what's going on. So I'd say if you haven't changed yet, just change if we wipe. So we're going to go down there. She'll be on one of the 3 sides. So there's the 3 sides where you've got the symbols appearing above. She'll be floating above one of those on top of this outer ring. So we just stand in there. We'll shoot her, do as much damage as you can. Lots of things work well here: golden gun, celestial, grenade launchers, sleeper, whisper if you're accurate with it. But she has got a tiny head and she does have a habit of moving. So just plow into her with whatever you've got. After a little while, she'll do an attack which will wipe us all. She'll start prepping it, and at that point, you'll hear me say, "Go to rooms." And at that point, let's just say this one there that's in front of the 8 snake. If she was on top of that section, you see those sort of stained glass windows. There's 2 rows of stained glass windows. Someone just shot. Yep. 6 of those will open, and that 6 will only open assuming we've secured all the plates that we're supposed to. If we fail to secure plates, there will only be 3. Or none, if we're all shit. But basically, there should be 6. So we're going to have assigned roles as to which position you take. So we'll have top 1, top 2, top 3, and bottom 1, bottom 2, bottom 3. So depending on what you are, you're going to have to... So if you're top 1, 2, or 3, you're counting the first, second, and third available door that opens, starting from the top left. So you'll go across the top row, left to right, and then if there's, say, none of the doors opened on the top row and they were all on the bottom, then you start counting from the bottom row, but from the left. Bottom 1, 2, and 3, you're going in the opposite direction. You're starting bottom right and working your way backwards along the bottom row, and then if there's no doors available on the bottom row, you move up to the top row and start counting back. So the bottom 1, 2, and 3 doesn't mean necessarily that you have to take a door on the top or bottom. It just means when you're counting the first available door, you're starting your count from the bottom or the top. So, so we're basically going in opposite directions from each other until we meet in the middle, wherever the middle is. So people sometimes, that's the bit where it can be confusing, because if you're not inside a door when they close, you'll wipe. If more than one person is inside the same door, one of you will wipe. So in order to avoid the deaths, it's really essential that everyone understands that mechanic and remembers it and just counts. Sometimes in the you can easily miss a door by accident, so it's not that you didn't know what door you're meant to be in, you just miscounted because you missed one. That's fair enough, that's going to happen now and again. But as long as everyone understands the basic mechanic of what they're counting, that's the hardest bit. But does it make sense to what I've just explained in terms of how you're going to find what door you're in once you've been given a number? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Well, if we keep hearing Guardian down at that point, then we'll know. Okay, so I think it makes most sense top 1, top 2, top 3. So the newbies, you can be top 1, top 2, top 3. So if A-Train, you're top 1. So when that point comes, you're going to start counting from the top left door and move across until you see the first open door. Zavala, if you're top 2, same thing, yep. But you're looking for the second available door from the top left. And Sit Dip, Fish and Chip. It's too long, that name. You're doing top 3. So again, start counting from the left to right until you find the first one. And remember, if there's only 2, say, available on the top row, then top 3 would be the first on the left from the bottom. So you're still moving from left to right, but you go along the top row first and then along the bottom row. And us 3, well, we're bottom. We'll do the opposite, but from bottom right. So, Co, if you want to be bottom 1, so start counting from bottom right and work your way left. I'll be 2, and Joe, if you're 3. I'm probably going to forget when it gets there, and I'm going to be jumping into top 3, because that's normally what I take. But you're bottom 3, I'll be bottom 2. Oh, I don't want to be number 2. And that's it. And then basically, she'll move round. Once we come out, I'll send a tether into the middle to catch all the thrall. I will be shouting, please don't throw grenades and things, or at least not until they're tethered, so I can at least generate some orbs and get my super back. And then we move round. She'll have moved to another one of the 3 points. We carry on shooting her. She'll try to wipe us. We get inside the doors again. And so we do that 3 times. If we haven't killed her after 3 times, we jump back out of the central circle. And this is where you need to remember, try and get your bearings. So I'd say try and find where the back of the room is. So the sort of the end of the room where Co is at the moment. And then you need to look at whatever position your symbols were in before, because they may have changed. So it's the position you're in. So I'd be looking here, and it might have changed to a different snake. So you're not necessarily running to exactly the same snake that you ran to the last round. It will just change. So A-Train and Zavala, you'll be looking at those 2 above you. Me and Fish and Chip will be looking at these 2 up here. So just be aware, because I've had it before as well. People just get out and, start running over to the previous symbol, merry as they please, and then they do it wrong because they're not, they haven't got that. That is basically it. It sounds more complicated than it is, but that's essentially what we're doing for this encounter. Does anyone have any questions? Not Co. Okay, go on, Co. You're doing 8 snake, so you and Joe are doing 8. You'll see when you come out, once you pop out of the hole, and if we have to do we probably will have to do a second or third round. You're looking for the symbol on that back. Yeah. So for now, go on. You do. It does time out eventually. There is once we start initially when we start it now, it won't start until one of us stands on a plate. So in a moment, we'll all go and find our symbols first, stand next to the plate, and then we'll do 3, 2, 1 to start it off. But as soon as we've started it from that phase, after each damage phase, it's just get to your plate as quickly as you can, because the next phase will have already started. So she will come back to the middle for damage phase, whether we've secured the plates or not. So you have to be fairly quick. But let's say you run there, if everyone else has found their plate, if you call out what your symbol is that you're looking for, we'll all be scattered around the room. Someone should be able to see where the other one is and tell you, or say, oh, it's over by Batterfly or wherever. So just call out if you can't find it. What I would suggest is when you're looking, start by looking behind these rocks, because this is the biggest blind spot. Because if you can establish that it's not one of these 3 plates, at least the rest of the arena is fairly easy to see, apart from that low bit on the purple side. Because the back of the room's easy to see pretty much from anywhere. So I'd say establish these 2 first. It don't have any of the symbols you want. But if you're stood here, like where I am, in the middle, facing the back, it's quite easy to see what's behind the rocks, and then you can poke your head down here, so it should help you get to your symbols quicker. But yeah, just try not to panic. Okay, so if everyone wants to go and stand by the plate with their symbol, just don't stand on the plate, and as you're going to it, don't jump over any plates. So we're looking for infinity. None up there. So, mission ship's got that one. I'm assuming mine's here. Yes, it is. Right. Has everyone found their plate?
Yep.
And no one's got a duplicate person also at the same plate as them? Excellent. Okay, 3, 2, 1, get on plates. And then you'll see the floor. Two of the sections will have started to be sort of covered in tape and goo. They should have exploded now, and you can move to the next section. Okay, and I've got the ditch. She's on her way to someone else, by the way. No, you only have to do 1 play. Have you already secured yours? Well, have you killed the knight on it? Yeah, just go back and the knight should be there. And right, my knight's down.
Yeah.
I'll come over to you. I'll Co's there, give me a hand over.
Say once knight's down, get some.
This cloud snake still hasn't done, I don't think, down here. Yeah, for this bit it needs to stay on the plate, because it won't secure... Oh, no, it's alright, it's cool, there we go. There we go. Right, let's get to the middle. Has everyone killed their knight? Right, she's appearing, so we can just start damage phase straight away. Okay, get ready for rooms, so they're open now, so go to your room. Well done everyone. I'm going to tether, so don't kill these until they're tethered. And then move round clockwise one. Okay, get ready for runes again. Okay, I've got it. So everyone else just carry on with the pass, move round one more. Okay, get ready for runes again. Don't worry, just try and get in. If you don't worry. No, don't worry. Right, so that's it. So now we're going to look for plays. So me and you sit, we're going for the downward pointing snake. There's one behind rocks, I'll take that one. Or in fact, you take that one, I'll look for the other one. Which is over here. So yeah, Zavala and A-Train, I think. You've got Infinity. You must have jumped over whilst there was an exploding bomb. Doesn't matter. I'll get you afterwards once you secure the plate. So whoever secures theirs first, go to. Ko will be closest, so he'll be able to. Have you got a revive token, Ko? Might have them. Prepare to get someone up. Right, I'm heading over that way as well, mine's done. If you get the revive, Ko, I'll get the plate. What plate is it? It's downward pointing snake, isn't it? So I may not be ready for damage phase. I'm hoping I will be. If everyone else just gets some damage, but Joe, if you can tell me whether or not it's yeah, hopefully she won't be stood on this plate, so hopefully she'll be stood on a plate where we've unlocked all three of the... Okay, everyone damage, go to damage. I should be able to kill the knight, hopefully, before, do my best anyway. Just be prepared that I may die, and Joe, will you call out the... I'm gonna die because I'm gonna be here. Shit, I've been killed, but I'm on the plate, nearly killed the knight, so if you can come over, get the knight, one of you.
I'm on it. Up.
Thank you, we'll probably have to go straight into doors here, but thank you. Yep, she's done, so just go straight in, ready.
Yep.
I'm not going to get to my door. Oh, I did. Oh. No!
I was in!
I was in as well. Joe, I wouldn't worry. I think let's wipe this one. But everyone gets what we're doing now. So, I don't know. I was inside the door. I slid into the door. So
I slid in as well.
Unless we both slid in the same door.
I was second on the top, so I was in my now.
Right, so everyone understands what we're doing. Just remember, when you're on plates, certainly on that second round, when you get to your plates, they'll already be activating, so there'll already be bombs there. So make sure when you're stepping onto your plate, don't risk jumping over the bombs. Like, walk around the plate in an orderly fashion and just enter the plate at... like, walk onto the plate from the side that's not got any bombs on, because otherwise... I think you were, that time you died, I think it was, yeah, fish and chip. I think it was just bad luck. You jumped as they exploded, and if you're above them, it just kills you. So, that was a decent attempt, and decent damage as well, so we're back to Infinity Snake again. Right, I've got this.
I've got one up at routes.
Cool, I've got this one here. So is everyone ready? You found their thing?
Yep.
Alright, 3, okay, someone's on already. Go! It's fine, it's fine. What? Why is she bouncing me up? She's not even on my plate.
Honestly rude.
Okay, my knight's down, I'm heading to it. Does anyone need any help? I think everyone's good. You're helping from... Okay, you've done it. Cool. Right, get to middle then. Straight away onto damage. Right, get ready for runes. Right, everything's in the top row. The bottom goes. Right. Oh, I didn't tether, I just chucked a grenade. I did what I told everyone else not to do. Well, my finger just didn't catch the second button it was supposed to. God, I need to get rid of these because they're shooting me. Okay, rims. This time I will tether this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm tethering this time. Hang on. No, there's 3 on top, 3 on bottom. Right, doors again. There's 4 on bottom this time, I think. Don't come out. Once you're in a room, don't come out, because then no one else can go in it. Yeah, so Ko, you need to be counting from the right, not the left, when we're counting from the bottom. Yeah. So, everyone just go to the next thing. So we're Cloud Snake. Dip. So there's one behind the rocks if you want it. I'll get the other one. Oh, yes, dip. You go to one behind the rocks. I'll
like the Great Snake.
so there must be one at the back. Yes, there is. But yeah, decent damage as well, guys. But I think we should keep a tally of how many times Ko makes a mistake, because he doesn't normally make them. God. Yeah. Who? Don't worry. I haven't got a revive token, but I will go and secure someone's plate once I've got mine. Oh fuck! Oh fucking hell! All the ads. There's a knight, and didn't know the knight was up as well. Shit. It's probably going to be a wipe. Oh. I think it's a wipe. Has anyone got a revive token?
No.
Yeah, don't worry. Let's just don't get in the rooms. Let's just kill ourselves so we won't do it now anyway. So let's just start again. So yeah, Ko. We're for bottom 1, 2. Yeah, so it's the opposite. So you're reading a book backwards, basically. Yeah, I don't think my grenades are doing much damage to the boss here. No, I mean my grenade launcher. But then I think also, are you using Golden Gun, Ko? Well, I don't know, do I? You might be using a Hunter. Because Golden Gun with Celestial normally... that's a shame. Well, yeah, so we're 8 snake this time anyway, fishing ship. Yeah, there's none behind the rocks, so... so remember, just don't jump straight on... Oh wait, I've got the other one that's on the front. Yeah, so if we don't lose people as well or as many people on the doors, we should be alright for this. Is everyone good? Found their plate?
Yep.
Okay. Did you say no, Joe? But you have. Okay, let's get on. Yep, cool.
Guardian down.
Right. We'll get you after. You, also, if she's on you, you can get off the plate to attack her, or at least avoid her bumping you off. So at least once you've made her piss off, you can you'll be safe to. I'm coming over to Co's plate as well. Go.
Guardian down.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've got him. Just... Is it damage phase yet, or is she not there? Yeah, hopefully, if we can get this, then... No, she's here on us at the moment. There we go. I think the knight's coming in now anyway. Okay, right, knight's down. Okay, get ready for rooms. I will tether, not grenade. Well done, everyone. Oh, don't move, shit. Okay, get ready for rooms. Oh. Right, tethering. Someone else can get Coke, I haven't got him 5. Okay, get ready for room. I haven't got tether, so it's fine, let's just kill all these before we run off though, because otherwise they will multiply. Right, okay. So we're downward snake, sip dip. Okay, there's none behind the rocks. Is that in the back of the arena? Yeah. I'll get the one at the front. No, I suppose the thrall in the middle are, but you don't get a huge amount of heavy, so you use your heavy at the start, and then, like now at least you can use supers and other shit, and you don't have too much damage to do. To be fair, unless we have a terrible run, we should kill her this time. I think we've got enough of us, so even if we only have a bit of heavy ammo, we'll all...
I'm done.
Okay. Okay, right, I'm heading to middle. She's in. Oh my god, every one of those grenades missed. Right, get ready for rooms. I will tether once I'm out. Well done, Cole. Oh, it's too good. I'm not going to get this opportunity again, so I must take it now. Oh, that's landing a little bit low then. Just keep shooting there. That's it. Well done. And that's the easiest encounter.
You have my thanks, Guardians.
By far,
But
the
my
next encounter is,
sister
in my
remains
opinion, the
enthralled.
hardest other than Riven.
Without Shirochi, we cannot
It's-
defeat
oh.
Riven. Find her, save her. And know this. Riven will try to seduce you.
Oh, yes I am. I'm just
give you anything.
admiring
When
my,
she speaks, do not listen.
What is it you want? Weapons?
Oh, of course. Hang on, I'm just collecting some sweeties. And Co, if you do manage to get to the chest successfully, don't open it, please. Oh, God. Shame I didn't have you, Joe, when I was doing Spire of Stars, because I lost my voice by the end of it, because I had... I think everyone's here. No one died, did they? Okay, open the chest. Oh, the supremacy, that's what I wanted. Let me see. Oh, it's snapshot and rampage. What a load of shit.
Guardian down.
Yeah, not down there, Co. Not down there. That is the chasm of death. Oh. Oh, I think we've got more death coming. Oh! Oh!
Guardian down.
When you respawn a train, walk up to the end of that bit you're on, stop, don't jump at the end, turn to your left, jump over to that bit, and then walk up that white one, and then you've got it's closer, it's easier to jump. I never attempt that Evil Knievel jump that you just tried. Not unless I'm bloody Warlock, and even Co manages to just not make it. He should have been able to, you know, parachute down to safety. Okay, so for this encounter, I would say absolutely Ike shotgun if you have it, and Thunderlord as your heavy is because the ads, it just melts through the ads. But you want to be saving your shotgun for the boss. But primary, whatever you are comfortable with, whatever you want to use, it doesn't really matter. But I'd say if you've got Thunderlord and Aikilos, it's by far the best for this. Right, I'm just going to sort my character out and then go through the horrible task of explaining. Oh God, Joe, it. I was thinking, how much have you forgotten from this raid? Joe's going to put me on mute and go and have a, you know... I thought you were going to say you're going to go and have a poo or something, but... Oh, God. Thank God no one can hear you. Apart from this poor lot.
Well, it won't be the first time someone slapped during the explanation, will it?
Well, it's true. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Well, you're explaining countless. Had a nap.
What amazed me most is that it was going in. Because he didn't have a problem. It was going in, Joe,
well,
yes.
it was like, I think I heard it while I was dreaming.
I'm just about having creepy thoughts now. Someone asleep with my voice in their head. I know. Next time I see you, Joe, next time we have one of our clan meetups, I'm just going to actually come into your room at the middle of the night and start whispering into your ear. Oh, Christ. Oh, where's Give? You know, I was thinking it would be better than having Give in the team, but no, I was wrong. I appear to have misplaced my IQ loss, or accidentally deleted it. I can pull it back. I can pull it back from collections anyway. Oh, no. Joy, I found it. Sorry, I will explain in a minute, people. I want to sort myself out first. Before Joe says anything, I want to get all my weapons ready that I want to use in the game. Right, there we go. My hunter is an absolute disgrace at the moment. Looks like I got dressed in a bloody charity shop. Anyway, okay, so this encounter is... There's 3 levels, there's 3 tiers. So we go in, we're on the ground floor, and you have to sort of complete, it's basically boss damage, puzzle. Then you climb up to the next level, then it's boss damage, puzzle. Then you climb up another level, and it's boss damage, kill boss. So there's 6 phases of damage, and there are 2 puzzles. So but it's the same on each floor, as in what you have to do. So it's long-winded, but as long as you understand what you're doing on the first floor. It's the puzzle room that's a problem, because I can't show you it before you see it, so it will be trying to learn what to do whilst we're in there, whilst everything else is going on. But I will send you some pictures, which I think are very helpful, so hopefully you'll have a better idea of what the hell I'm talking about when I get there. So before we even get to the puzzle room, we've got the 2 damage phases. So we're going to run into the room. She's going to be at... Oh god, look at Ko showing off, running away. Climbing all the way up. At least you knew where you were going this time. Okay, yeah. No thank you, Ko. So, we're going to go in, there'll be loads of ads. At this point, it's going to be really, really important that if we need to chain supers, so everyone needs to call out before they pop super. When I say call out before you pop super, I mean call out before you press the buttons. Don't call out popping super as you're pressing them, and then 3 people have wasted a super at the same time. So try and actually communicate that you're going to use your super before you actually use it. And ad clearing supers are the way to go. Unless you're a hunter, it's fine, we're going to die several times here, so that's a wasted stick anyway, whoever foolishly planted it. And also, I'm going to explain, so by the time I finish the explanation, you'll all have had your supers anyway. So just chain them. We will need at least 1 hunter with tether that's going to be on ads during the puzzle room. So when it gets to puzzle room, you're going to have 2 people on ads, and the other 4 taking care of the puzzle. But we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, we clear ads through the boss bit where we're running through, and then we'll come to a circular plate. She'll be just frozen in the middle of the plate, and she'll be immune. And there'll be waves of thrall, and there's like a couple of knights and a taken captain. The taken captain will drop an item. Ignore it. Don't pick it up. Just dig it. I can't remember what it's called now. What is that thing called, Joe? Thank you, Joe. And I didn't know. I was just being sarcastic. But yeah. So once he'll drop the item, just ignore it. It's not important for this encounter, unless we're completely shit. In case it becomes very important. But we're just going to do that. I will tether the boss on the first plate, just so all the thrall that spawn get tethered. I probably won't have it back to the second plate. And then we're going to have 3 people that are going to take... do you know what you're doing for the 3 crystals? Okay, but yes. So, Joe, if you take your usual position to my left, I'll take my usual position, and if you take the one on my right. So you'll generally be taking one closest to the front of the plate as we run up to it. Yeah, but I usually get there miles in advance, so you'll have plenty of time to see where I'm going and where you need to be. Oh. Is that the Australian? Can I make Australian jokes now? I think it was. I'm hoping he should be able to come back anyway. There's no point me explaining, is it, until he does? The puzzle is easy, but it's so hard. Oh my god! Well, we had our clan doing it, and we were doing this for about the first time. I don't know what, 3.5 hours we spent doing this, and we kept failing on the puzzle. And one of the guys that was doing it, we're like, "What's wrong? Why don't you get?" He's like, and he didn't say he didn't get it, and then it turns out he didn't understand. A bit like a certain individual on the first encounter. I don't really want to embarrass anyone, but it was a bit like that in that we had obviously a set way of counting where people are going, and he was just completely getting the order wrong, and it was like he was standing on other people's plates, and it just was a mess. And then once we finally worked it out, I was like, oh, that's what you meant. Right. Oh, he's back. Okay. Right. Okay, so we chain supers up to boss. I haven't explained anymore. When we get to boss play, me, Ko, and Joe will take down the shield of the boss. Now, even though you guys are not going to have to worry about that, what we're doing is basically there are 3 plates sort of around the boss, little plates on the outside edges. When you stand on them, you start taking damage, so you literally want to combine them, and there's a crystal on top of each one. So you have to shoot the crystal into the next person. So we always... Oh, by the way, Ko, we always shoot to our right. So you'll be shooting Joe, I'll be shooting you, etc. So you form a triangle around the boss. That breaks our shield. So we will be doing that. So I will be doing a 3, 2, 1, get on, and then us 3 need to be on it. I'll also do a warning anyway when we all need to get to crystals. At that point, when you can see that me, Ko, and Joe are getting ready to do the crystals, the rest of you can just get right up to the boss as close as you can, and just be ready for damage. So you want your shotgun for that bit. As soon as you see the shield go down, we can have a well or an empowering rift. But if we've got 2 warlocks, so I'd say if one of you has a healing rift, one of you has an empowering, just in case we need it on the last bit. Because if you don't have a sword in ground, we can have an empowering, and then you just punch her, shoot her with shotguns, punch her, shoot her with shotguns. The only thing that's going to be different about doing it with this way, because I haven't tried it since it didn't auto reload, but I would imagine that we should be able to reload quickly enough and do enough damage that it's not going to be a huge issue. As soon as whilst we're shooting her, aim for her face whilst you're shooting the shotgun, because you can get crit damage, and it does a lot more. But once her health has gone down by 1/6, she'll turn immune. So whilst you're shooting her, just have a little look at her health bar as well, so you don't waste too much ammo, or you don't waste any more ammo than you have to. As soon as she's immune, she'll piss off to the next plate, and then we're going to be doing exactly the same thing. So we'll have to change supers, kill all the ads, and move to the next plate. one thing that's really important about this when you're clearing ads is not to just plow through the middle of the ads and leave a load of them behind you. Try and move forward progressively in a wave so you don't leave any behind you, because then things can go to complete shit. So just make sure if you pop a super, you kill everything before you move forward, rather than popping it, chucking hammers here, there, and everywhere, and then just leaving everything behind you for everyone to clear up. So just move forward as a wave. We'll come to a second plate. Same thing again. Once all the ads are down, Miko Joe take her shield down. Everyone gets ready on her. If you haven't got a second well, put an empowering rift. Cool. Ko, are you running well as well, or are you doing your Nova Bomb? Okay, that's fine. Well, if you just have an empowering rift, just in case we're desperate and we need one. Right, then it comes to Puzzle Room. Okay, so once we've done 2 phases of that, we'll get to Puzzle Room. I'll explain it now, but at least if we have a couple of attempts at... I think we just need to practice getting to Puzzle Room, and then we need to really focus on getting the puzzle down, so rather than... Once we've got that, we can focus on making sure we finish the encounter. So, I'm just going to quickly start a PlayStation message group to everyone, because I need to send you an image. No. Basically, the crystal that drops, you can use the super that it generates to delay her song so she doesn't wipe you, but we should be doing enough damage that we get her down by a 6 before she has time to wipe us anyway. But that's the idea. That's what you want to be aiming to do. And we've done this without the shotguns and still been able to take her down, so it should be doable. This is so annoying having to type everyone's names in. That's alright. Is it like a yogurt pot and string or something? Who else have I got here? Sip Dip. Oops, I just called you Sip Dip Fish and Trip. No one's got that username either. It didn't find anyone. Who have I missed? Oh, I don't. Ko, do you know the puzzle, or do I need to send you this image as well? Oh, damn it. Oh, I don't know what that's all about. What's happened? The start of the raid? Don't worry, because we can start it in a minute and it'll pull you through. And as I said, we're going to die for sure. Right, photos. Sorry, guys, this is somewhere in my photos. Right, and even though not everyone is going to necessarily be doing the puzzle bit, it's worth everyone at least sort of having an understanding of it. Right, I'm going to send 2 images. First one is there. It looks more complicated than it is. I'll explain it in a minute. I feel like Joe may as well see this as well. Because it's well, I know you know what you're doing, but I mean, you've seen me try to explain this without any visual cues. So actually, it'd be interesting if you can actually see what the pictures are, because I think they're really good pictures. Giv was able to understand them, so that's my sort of acid. That's my acid test. Right, so if you look at the top picture first, so as you run into the room, which is where it says entrance, in front of us there will be a sort of 3x3 grid on the floor, and all the plates on the floor are exactly like the ones around the boss. If you stand on them, they damage you. And then you've got a left wall, which is the green wall, with the green numbers. You've got the wall opposite, the middle wall, so the blue one, and then the right wall, which is the red wall. Yep. Everyone following me so far? Okay. So the 4 puzzle people will be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 people that are on ads, your job in that room is to just keep on top of the ads. And all you'll get is taken thrall spawning at the front and back. So they spawn by the entrance and by the blue wall. They spawn every now and then. And then on the green and red wall, I think it alternates. You get 1 phalanx that spawns every now and again. Now, you have to focus on the phalanxes, because if they get us whilst we're trying to jump on plates and blast us across the room, it's curtains. So that's your job, is to focus on the phalanxes and then just protect us. So if you can see someone getting mobbed by thrall, don't look after yourself, because if we get scratched by thrall whilst we're on a plate, the plate's making us lose health and the thrall are killing us, we'll die in no time at all, like the person that's on the plate. So make sure you're protecting them. So that's why tether's really good there, because you can just tether it and you'll get it back quite quick. Right, so that aside, people that are doing the puzzle, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we run in and we start with where the green wall is. So we'll run in. We'll all turn. Well, the 4 people that are doing the puzzle will turn to our left. We'll see a puzzle on the wall. The puzzle looks like the second image that I've sent you. So you can see that there's basically a circular image with 4, well, not squares, but you know what I mean. 4 parts of the 3x3 are covered over. Does everyone see that? Yeah, cool. Right, now that's random what 4 squares are going to be covered up. But you've basically got 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 in the middle, and 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. So the way we do this is we view that like a calculator or a phone. So you've got 1, 2, 3 are the top 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which, if you go to the first picture again, that's what, if you turn your phone or whatever you're looking at this on. So you've got into the entrance. If you turn your phone clockwise, so you're like looking directly at the green wall. When you're looking at the green wall, that's the position that you'll have the circular picture, and then 4 of those squares will be covered over. Make sense? Right. Okay. Number 1 counts those squares like on a calculator until they get to the first one that is covered up. So if 4 was the very first, if 1, 2, and 3 the image was available, and 4 was covered up, that's what number 1 calls out. So they'd call middle left. Then if the second, and then if 5 was empty, 6 was covered. 6 would be, number 2 would call out the position of 6. So they'd call out middle right, and so on and so forth. So you call out what position you're grabbing, depending on whether you're 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go and stand next to that plate. You don't jump on it. Once person number 4 has called out their plate, at that point, 1, 2, and 3 should already be standing next to their plate. Number 4 will say, okay, I don't know, bottom right, whatever it might be. 3, 2, 1, jump on plate. You do what you're told by plate 4. So no one jumps on the plates then. All 4 of us jump on our plates. You only have to stand on it for a second. Someone, probably me, will be shouting, get off, get off, get off. As soon as you've done that, that green wall will disappear, the image will disappear. And then we turn clockwise again. So now we're looking at the blue wall. Yep, same thing again. This time that image will have 4 squares covered up. 1, 2, 3, 4 do exactly the same thing. You call out your position and move to it until 4 tells you to jump on. Stay on it for a few seconds. Okay, puzzle complete. Turn again, and then it's the red wall. Now, when you're jumping on the squares, the position you have to jump on the floor is relative to the direction you're looking at. So if you're looking at the green wall, like if you turn your screen so you're looking at the green wall, you can see on the squares on the floor, you can see they've got different coloured numbers, which relate. So it's exactly the same position as you're looking at the wall. So green 1, you can see is the top left when you've turned your screen, and then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But blue one is actually the same as green 3 because you've rotated by the time you're trying to solve the second puzzle. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. But you're always, whenever you're solving the next puzzle, you've got to remember that you've got to be looking. Yeah, you've got to be looking at the floor in front of you and the wall, because if you're kind of looking at the side, you can confuse yourself and accident. So as long as you're always facing the wall, you just got to remember that that's the position. So it's easy, but you just got to remember that that's what you're doing. Okay, so does that sound simple enough so far in terms of what you're doing in terms of the puzzle? Right, cool. No. They don't. No, there is a rhyme or reason. They pick the first, like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They pick the lowest number that's covered up. So if what they go across the top row, then second row. So then basically 4 is always going to be picking the highest number that's covered up. Yep, and that's how it works. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But we need to call out in an order. So number 2 shouldn't be calling out their position until number 1 has, just so we can establish that number 1's in position and ready, number 2's in position and ready, number 3's in position. There is one caveat on this bit, and this is what's going to be a problem. You cannot stand on the same plate more than once. And this is the problem. That does not rotate. If you've stood on, so let's say on the green wall, you take top right. Say that you're number 1, and the first one was number 3, so you're taking top right. Yeah, and then on the second wall, number 1 is actually number 1. That's the same physical square that you'd be standing on the floor. You can't stand on it again. So you have to remember what plates you've stood on, bearing in mind you've rotated round, and avoid it. So if in that example, if number 1 has stood on the same plate twice, they call out before they say their position. They'd say, right, 1 can't take top left. That sounds very British, but I didn't mean 1 as in I mean number 1. And then you tell them what one you're going to switch to. So you might say, I'm going to take top right if that's number 2. And then hopefully 2 will be able to swap with 1. And then there's no problem. And then 3 and 4 will just carry on as usual. But make sure if you work out the one you're supposed to be taking is one you've already stood on, don't call out that you can't take it until it's your turn to speak. When it's your turn to speak, even if you're 3 or 4, then call out, I can't take that, can I swap with someone? And someone else can say, I can swap with you or not. Okay? But other than that, it's the same. So we go around. If we need to swap, we swap. We do not jump on those plates until number 4 has told you. It's also important that whilst you're moving around the room and moving next to the plate you need to jump on, that you don't accidentally tap those plates. Because literally, if a hair of yours brushes against that plate, it will count as you treading on it. And then it gets, when you either forget that you've trodden on it or you have trodden on it without realising, it really does become difficult in terms of time. All of this is against the timer. So basically, I think we've got 3 minutes from the start when we go in. So in those 3 minutes, we have to do kill the ad, damage phase, kill all the ad, damage phase, and complete all 3 puzzles to go up to the next room. So we need to have at least a minute before we go into the puzzle room to have any chance of really doing it without having to rush. Ideally about 1:15, 1:20. So does anyone have any questions? Because that is essentially the whole mechanic. Yeah, in theory, if the same 4 squares were covered up on every single, unless it was middle, if it was the same, let's say it was the 4 corners were 1, 2, 3, and 4, you'd be able to stand on those exact. You wouldn't need to switch because every time it would be rotated, so you'd never be standing on the same physical plate. But obviously, so just because it's top left on the first one and it's top left on the second one, they're 2 complete. Exactly, yeah. So the floor doesn't rotate, the walls do. So that's what you need to remember. So each wall is only relative to the wall you're looking at. It's not that hard, really, and it's not that often that you have to switch. Sometimes I think it's usually 3 or 4 that have to switch, but it does vary. but if you have to take middle twice, obviously, middle's the same. It doesn't rotate. It's always going to be middle. So that's the only one that you'd have to be careful of. Right, so we just need to decide then who's doing what. So as I say, we need one... Oh, I'm in orbit. We need one tether at least on the damage phase. On the damage phase. On that bit, the puzzle. So do we have volunteers who want to do ads over puzzle? I think it's wise. Okay, yeah, okay. Mr. Yogurt Pot Connection can do ads as well. Also a good idea, just in case he gets booted. Right, so that means it will be me, A-Train... No, is that right? Or is A-Train Australian? Okay, cool. So it will be me, Fish and Chip. Who's the other person? I will remember in a minute. How embarrassing. Zavala.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that. Okay, so Zavala, if you take one,
Yeah.
you'll call out one. You'll call out first. Fish and Chip, you call out two. I'll do three. Joe does four. Joe always does four, so at least it'll be good. So remember, when you're calling out your position, don't call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because we don't do that. But call out top left, middle left, or whatever the position you're actually taking, depending on your location, the number. You know, imagine the numbers are there, but don't call out numbers. Call out the location. But just call it out and run to next to that plate, so that when Joe or whoever tells you to jump on it, you can jump on it. So as soon as we run into that room, us four just focus on the puzzle. However, when we do initially run in and there's a tether, maybe shoot a few ads. Make sure the phalanxes are down before we start doing the puzzle, because obviously we don't want to be bombarded with ads whilst we're doing it. But just once we start doing the calling out and moving around, just be careful. Or if you're getting swamped by ads, say hang on a minute or whatever before we do the jumping on, because we can't afford to lose people on that bit. Anyway, yeah. Well, I was going to say, yes, as long as your performance improves to its normal level, Co, then yes. Is everyone else... Oh, I can't actually join everyone else. Who's still in the... Co, are you still in there? Yeah, I'll join on you. That's where they spawn in. I would say, are you both tether, or are you... What are you running? In that case, I'd say co-tether the entrance, you tether blue. But don't do it until... Oh yeah, you're not tether, right? Okay, it doesn't matter where you tether then. You don't have to physically be at the back of the room. You just as long as you know the ads are there. If you want to focus on those ads, and co-focuses on the front of the room, but obviously if your ads are dead, don't just stand there twiddling your thumbs. Help with the rest of them. Oh god, I can't join bloody Co because the fire team's activities are closed. Has anyone got a closed fire team? Because that might be why. I don't know. Who's the fire team leader that's in there? Well, unclose it. What do you mean you can't do it? Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you what, I shall jump in. You can join us then. Oh. Oh, that's why, yeah. Okay, fine. Co wasn't listening to the first part of the question. Oh, Co, what's happened to you today? You're performing like I was in the Crucible yesterday. Crap. Oh, sorry, Ko. I was unaware that I'd been complimenting you this evening. Technically, that is a response. I always am, technically.
For generations, the Dreaming City housed one of the Awoken's most closely guarded secrets. She is known as Riven. Riven of 1,000 Voices.
Yeah.
The last known Ahamkara. She has been taken, and her death is your calling.
Well, for now, we just need to streamline getting to boss, doing the damage, and getting to the room. Because once everyone understands that, and then it's smooth, it's slightly different on the very last phase, the last damage phase, because ads continuously spawn whilst we're trying to kill her. So we absolutely will want a well at that point. Otherwise, you get killed on the plates, and you get killed by her, and you have. And I'm pretty certain that very last damage phase is shorter than the rest of them before she wipes you, because we always have no problem getting there, and that is always the one that we're going to die, that she somehow kills us on. Oh my god, I've got to cross the bloody QE2 bridge again. Yeah, you may as well start it, because I won't be able to talk to the stick, so I'm going to want a fresh one. Oh shit, no, they won't be able to pull us through, because to start it, all 6 of us needs to be at those double doors. Technically, we haven't actually got the checkpoint yet, because we haven't started the encounter, so we will need to run to you. Do you remember the way? Wizard of Oz. Oh, he's here. Sorry, I thought you were Joe. Well, it wouldn't be the first time I put someone to sleep with my voice. Oh, I still apologise. Oh, that's fine. Excellent. Right. Oh, good, the stick will converse with me. You use it on everyone if you can. So I'd say use it on the first one. We do damage to her whilst everyone else is running off to use. Remember, they'll be calling out their supers first and then using them. Whilst they're running off, popping supers and clearing ads, before you go and help with ads, just quickly scout the area for any orbs and scavenge them up, basically. Because if you can do that on every phase, you'll have your super back for the next phase. If you don't have your well for the second thing, put an empowering rift down. It's only when we get to the very top floor, so when we're doing damage phases 5 and 6, I'd say switch it round. Put the empowering rift down, or the healing rift, or whatever rift you've got on. But if Ko's got an empowering rift anyway, he can put an empowering rift down on the first damage phase, and make sure we've got that well on that second damage phase, because that's where we're going to need the healing and the damage to do the extra bit. Right, everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay, if we've got a tether, as soon as these doors open, fire a tether straight in front of us, well, inside the door, but wait for the door to open. So if someone could... Oh, fine, I'll do it. Well, we probably will now. But come along then, you'll have to... I'm sure you can scavenge up some orbs for everyone else. Okay. I hope... Right. Oh, God, I'm on the roof.
gods and monsters.
Right. My plan was going to be to turn... Oh, actually, I might be able to turn them off anyway. Anyone want to use super here? Let's go. Right, I'm tethering the boss, although it went through her. So get into positions for crystals. Oh, you're on the one to my right. Everyone else just shoot these ads. Don't worry. Oh. Someone revive him. Okay, 3, 2, 1, jump on plate. Everyone get ready for boss. Get... Nice. Right, damage her. Have we got a well? Don't worry, it's too late now, let's just go. Everyone start, we need another super here. Someone
super.
There's loads of horses. Okay. Don't worry. If you don't remember, just do it. Don't do it halfway through. Save it for the next one. It's the first time you've done that. We'll forgive mistakes. Right, Eye of Ribbons now. Oh shit! Oh my god, that was terrible. Just shot the wall at the back. Oh well, I've got a couple of little walls. Right, get ready on crystals. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, right. Oh yeah, it might be a good idea to reload. It doesn't auto-reload anymore, remember? Right, everyone jump in. Number 1, get straight to position. And call it out.
Top mid.
Mid right. Savala, you've already jumped on it. No, it's alright, it's alright. We have to move around. Right, it's fine. We didn't have much time to do this anyway. We need to get to this room much quicker, so we need to just smoothen off the outside room process anyway. So let's not worry too much about this room first. We need to just stand on one of these plates to kill yourselves. Shiro's Chi will kill you in it. Shiro Chi's song will kill you all in a minute. Yeah, we did the damage, but we weren't moved. We're on a timer from the start. Like when you died, then by that time we would have had to have got all three puzzles done as well. So you're on a timer from the start. As soon as we open those doors, we've got to push through the waves of ads, do the damage on the boss, move to the next plate, do the damage, then do the 3 puzzles. If we don't complete the 3 puzzles before the time runs out, we'll die, and then it starts again when we go up a level. So that's why we need to not be shy. Once we've done this a few times, you'll all establish you'll know who's pulling super where, because there will be like Joe. I pulled the first super here inside the doors. Joe did the first super to the right, then Ko. If we need another super after that, pull one. If it's just tethered ads on the boss, we can just shoot them. We don't need to waste a super. Just remember to get, as soon as you see me, when you hear me doing the 3, 2, 1, if you're not me, Ko or Joe, you can stand right in front of the boss at that point. She won't. No, you can't. Unless you're standing literally in front of us and we can't see what we're doing, you'll be fine. So just get in there so you're ready to go. What I would also say, which I didn't do, make sure after damage phase, before you get to the next damage phase, that you've reloaded your shotgun, so you can avoid having to reload from the start of the next one. Right, okay, is everyone good to go? So that wasn't a bad attempt. It just needs to be quicker going through, and as soon as that room's open, we need to be straight on with those call-outs and get into position. You can still shoot ads whilst you're on the getting ready to get on the plate, but just be careful, and obviously you need to be ready to jump on when the time comes. Lovely. Okay. Just tether the boss now, so they're spawning in. That's perfect, beautiful. Let's not be hostile towards the Belgian. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, God. Lovely. It's alright. By the way, you can put the well down whilst we're doing it if you want, because it will last more than long enough anyway. Right, she's done. Move. Next super, please.
Okay.
Lovely. Well, okay. I'd say don't waste tether on this bit. Leave it for the ad clearing supers, the rest of them, because tethers, you really do want that in that room. Anyone else got a super for the knights and on the right? Sorry, on the left. There's the knights and the captain. Yeah. Well done. That's fine. Just use your rift. I'm going to tether the boss. Okay, get ready. Oh shite. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, lovely. Quickly. There we had. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. That's why I have a feeling not everyone had a reloaded shotgun when we started that encounter either. It's not as much as mine, Kai. Yep. Try again next time. I doubt it. Right. Right. So I'm so Co 3, and then after that everyone else. So if we don't use tethers for in between boss phases, so tethers need to be used on the boss and in the room, nowhere else. And also, yeah, okay. And I'd say for you, don't tether on the second boss just in case you don't get it back for the room. So if we have to make do with that one, we'll make do. Or I'll use mine, because or I can use it on the in between ads if we absolutely have to, if we don't have any other supers. The main thing is try and remember to make sure your shotguns are reloaded, because we won't have time if we have to reload them every 5 seconds inside the well or the rift. Okay. Okay. Tether on boss, we've got it. Lovely. Okay, after this phase of ads it will be crystals, just get ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. Try and remember to do 3 shots and then punch as well, because in case you're done, reload your gun and then move on. I'm gonna get the ogre.
Oh, two. Oh.
Okay. They have knights and I'll leave you to get them. There's captains here still. Shit. Ooh. Right, Feather's come in. Oh, I've got the wall. Lovely. I got bounced by the boss, so shut up. Right, get ready for crystals as well. She's about to bounce someone as well. 3, 2, 1, go. Fire. Oh, get him afterwards. Do not get him now. Yeah. Quick. What do you mean? It does. It goes through. It does go through people. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's talking about people on the floor, but you can't interfere with it. It only connects when it hits someone on a plate. As long as everyone's right up by the boss, it won't be a problem. Try and stand as well in the centre of everyone stand in the centre of the plate, because it just means you know exactly where you're aiming, because you can jump on and start pre-aiming before you're on there. Right. Alright, after this encounter, remind me after this to put the dodge on that reloads my weapons. I might just use that for the shotgun if I have to. We've got Tether on the boss, it should be ready in a moment. It's alright, it's alright. It will get enough activation to stay around, so. Right. After this wave of ads, it will be crystals, so Rachel's gonna last code. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit, get off! No, not just us three, not the people in the middle. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Nice. Okay, move on. I'm gonna go and get the... We need to focus on the knights and this captain as well. Feathering. Okay, right. After this wave it will be... Just don't stand too close to your plate yet, just in case it bounces anyone. It's about to bounce. Right, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, she's done. She's done. I'm going to tether at the front of this room, just so that it saves you guys a tether at least. Okay, numbers.
Okay, top mid.
Bottom left. Okay, it was done. Get off.
Top left.
Middle left. Nice, off. Next one.
Top mid.
Middle. Swap. Yeah, go. You've got 5 seconds. On. Why is it working? never mind. That was that. But we had to rush then because we were very low on time. But that was good. It was fast as well with the puzzle, so at least that doesn't feel too much of an issue. So that was good. We only had 32 seconds when we got into that room, so to have actually done all 3 puzzles in that time was good. So yeah, so yeah, that's why we had less time. But what I mean is, yeah, it might be a good shout actually. Might as well use some of the extra bonuses. Have you got one equipped anyway, Ko? I'll put one on because I am using. I won't necessarily have it on every boss phase, but I can certainly use it on the second one to be. And I need to put my dodge on that gives me that reloads my weapon because that will be handy. Because at least then, if I need to reload halfway through, I can just use that. Right, is there a particular piece of armor you can put that on, Ko? I can't remember. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm going to change my class item. No, it's fine. I just it's fine. There we go. Right. Well, I'm good when everyone else is. But I think we all understand what we're doing at least. So it's just polishing it off now. No jokes, please. We ran out of time. As you can see, we've got 4 minutes from now to get all the way to the end of that puzzle room. Tether on boss. Okay, after this wave, get ready for crystals. Okay, she's about to bounce. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, off, everyone off. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Okay, it's done. Move on. Focus on those knights if you can, they're a pain.
Super.
Okay, tether is on par. Almost. Okay, after this wave it will be crystals. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. That's it, right? That's good, she's done, move. I'll tether the first in this room. Everyone else just get bottom left. Okay, off.
Top mid.
Mid right. Okay, done, off.
Mid left. I can't. Oh.
Can you not take it?
No.
I'll take it, you take bottom bottom left if you can.
Okay.
So what, hang on. Just go, I'll be on it. Yeah, done. Off. Right. Okay, we're about to go up. Don't jump on these platforms yet. They're appearing. We're going to do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Everyone, we're jumping up here. They'll tilt if we don't go at the same time. And avoid, yeah, we need to... Yeah, it's fine. You'll know that's there now, so... try and let someone with a super go up and kill those first ads, or something. Yeah, no, but I mean, if someone jumps up before it happens, it... But we haven't got this far before. Okay, I'm going to tether the boss. Oh. Yeah. Fine. Okay, get ready for crystals. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. She's immune, let's go.
Oh, super.
Okay, I'm gonna get that ogre. Oh shit, I'm running. Once I've reloaded. Okay, it's down. There's going to be an ogre as well at the top, so if someone else has got super, there's not an ogre, knights and captain at the top. Nice. Get ready on slate, I'm tethering. Don't worry, you just may not have one for the room. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Is it good? She's done. Let's go. Up here. I haven't got tether here, so you're just going to have to make do. Okay. Yeah.
Top mid.
Mid right. Okay, off. Next one.
Top left.
Left mid. Okay, good. Off. Next one.
Top left.
Bottom left. Lovely. Off. Same thing again with the platforms. Get ready for a countdown. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm going to smoke them at the top so that they don't cut past anyone off. There's an extra jump to the left. Oh, that was a grenade, not a smoke, but never mind. Right, I need to get this ribbon that's right here. Shit. Right. Okay, I'm going to save my tether as well. We don't need it for this boss because there's not going to be enough ads on here. Just going to be a few acolytes. Yeah, don't put a well here either. Just a rift. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, go. This is immune. Let's go.
That's super.
Okay. Right, guys, on the last bit, on the last plate, when Nico and Joe are doing the crystals, can you put the well literally immediately in front of Ko's plate, so between the boss and Ko, because he will be getting smacked by ads, and everyone else needs to protect Ko by shooting the ads. Okay, ads are going to be right round to the right here. Don't worry too much about the ones. If we've got a super to take care of the ads on the right, that'll be good. So puzzle room tether. You can tether in front of Ko. Not yet. When we do the 3, 2, 1, put a tether in front of Ko just so he's covered. Someone needs to kill that knight. Can someone kill that captain? Joe's on his own with it. Someone revive Joe quickly. Right. Everyone else, right, get ready now. Get the well and the tether out. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, straight away, straight away. Oh, that's it. Finish her. Yes, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. It was basically, as long as it was somewhere, it was fine. We got that shield down really quickly, actually, so...
Your desires could feed a nation of
well done.
such
The next
beasts.
cat encounter
They
is
would grow
easy.
till they
Most people
shadowed
do
the
it first
sun.
time.
Kill it. Rip out
No
its
pressure.
heart. Bring it to us. We will purify it. Only then will Riven be contained.
To be honest, I've actually had... I've done this...
cannot understand.
I think I've done it once where we've had 4 people that haven't done it before, and we've done this first time. Done it with people in the clan that have done it a few times, and it's taken several attempts. So
You and I can work together.
it just depends. I think it's not hard, but you can also have a bit of bad luck with where things spawn. So, oh my god, someone's oiled this tree. I'm gonna wait here because I forgot. People are virgins. So there's another chest in here, but so again, when you get to it, don't open it. And I think this chest has a chance of dropping a mod as well. Let's just take your time, A-Train. Don't worry. Just no. I wasn't being sarcastic. I'm take your time. On that, climb up that. Oh, I missed it, but yeah, that's it. Keep going up a bit further, and then up to here. Yeah, when you can get up here. It's that's fine. I'll take the second bunch of refugees. I know, from Australia. I know. Yeah, I have. One of ours. Oh, that was beautiful to watch, Joe. I have to say. I'm going to do exactly the same here. Orderly queue here, please. Where is your orb? I want to teabag it.
Guardian down.
Well, no, you're all the way down on the floor. You're at the floor. Yeah, up. Yeah, that's... Does everyone make it up here? Is everyone... Oh, we're just waiting. Just Joe. Right, and then over to Kai. I haven't had any mods. I'm really scared that my mod thing is broken. And I can't even take the piss of you for 1K voices anymore. I think we've had equal, haven't we?
You Woken kept me here so long. A better fate than my king suffered. But paradise is a prison, and you cannot leave. I would so love to repay the hospitality of those who used my words to carve this city into the screaming
Oh
surface
god,
of
someone's
reality.
actually going to do it. Well, people have eyes. You just have to jump from one place to another until you get to the other side. It's not really... It isn't... Honestly, there's not a set route you can take. You can... There's multiple ways you can go, but you just got to take your time and try and make sure you can see where you're going before you jump. And there's those twisty big things as well. But even if we wait, you're...
That's the twisty bow.
Yeah, there's two, I think, on that bit as well. There's
Guardian down.
It was a very twisty boy. Okay?
He tried to arrest his float as well.
Guardian down.
Joe, we need to be We need to be motivational.
I'm a Titan. I don't really think very much.
Oh God,
I punch. It's what I'm good at.
God. Skargal has a ship destroyer. I know. Why don't we just go and headbutt it?
There is no end to the taken. You have stolen from them more than they.
Well, when you eventually make it to the top, there's a portal.
You are destined to fight forever.
And you just need to go through it. I'm going to go make a tea.
I'll get there eventually.
Guardian down.
Thanks for the support. That's fine. Nope.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Thanks.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
No. Oh. Okay. Are we still waiting for someone? Oh, it's cool. I was hoping it was going to be A train because I wanted to make a joke about him being the last train. It's just thinking about. Thinking, now, what can I? I'm thinking A-Train's going to be last. So what can I say about him that'll be witty? Oh, I can say more like the last train, and I can't even say that. Never mind. Oh, I have no problem with them. I can get from East Croydon to London in 10 minutes, so it's fine. And the thing is, even if a train is delayed, there's always another one coming from somewhere else, so it doesn't affect me.
Guardian down.
Right, let me just mute Joe. Okay, no, it's fine. Honestly, person that's still jumping, just take your time. Don't worry about it, because rather than you having to concentrate on jumping and listening, I'll just wait till you get here, and then you can see what's going on as well. Just go slowly. Don't rush or feel like
Guardian down.
Anyone's here judging you or anything. It's always the fun part of any raid. I always remembered, like on King's Fall.
Guardian down.
Well, and on the punty bits, I remember the first person I remember actually I did when someone took me on a Sherpa through that. It was actually an Australian Sherpa that took me through King's Fall. That was on my second raid ever before I well, I didn't even know what a raid was, to be honest. Yeah, I liken this raid to King's Fall. It's as good as King's Fall, in my opinion. It's long. Oh, see, well done. It's long. The mechanics are different for every encounter. They're fucking ridiculous on Riven, but it's just a really fun raid. Okay. So, boss is that big pulsing thing up ahead, which is basically an ogre, and that's his back that looks like it's about to blow up. Before anyone talks to the stick, I don't know what Joe said, but ideally I would say have Whisper of the Worm or Darcy on for damage on the boss. Whisper of the Worm being better, especially if you've got the Catalyst on it. And then for everything else, it doesn't really matter what it is, whatever you feel spawn at, you're still going to have to be taking care of adds at distance. So I'd say, assault, what do you call it? Auto rifle aren't that great, so I'd say pulses. Scouts, I mean, not usually that great. Personally, I run a pulse rifle, sniper, but run what you feel comfortable with. It doesn't really matter, as long as you've got Whisper, so if you don't want to have two snipers, do whatever. The rest of whatever you're having is just going to be used to kill ads. We only need one well, so if there's more than one well... No, we've only got one well warlock anyway, so if you just stay on well and with Loony Boots, that's fine. Everyone else, you may as well just have if you've have a super that can attack and do damage at range, because you're not going to want... You want something you can just release and carry on shooting. You don't want to be going around the map trying to kill ads, so just have something that's like a one-hit wonder. That or Blade Barrage. Celestial, if you don't need it on it, Celestial still works, or Golden Gun in general. It doesn't need to be Celestial because you won't be really using it for damage on the boss, but if you've got Golden Gun, at least if there's a couple of yellow bars running around at the back of the arena, you can pop a couple of them off without too much problem. So, we're going to have two teams of 3 here, the left team and the right team. So, Ko, I can give you the opportunity to be right, if you want. So, if we have Ko... I'm going to have A-Train so I can make fun of him. Ko, A-Train and me will go right, and Joe and remaining people can go left. So your base of operations on the left is up here behind this tree pot. So you'll be shooting all the ads that spawn on this side of the arena and in front of the boss from here. So that's why you want something at range. You can move around a bit if you want to, but it's just, you can keep yourself fairly safe, because the boss, because it's one of those taken ogres, it has those annoying blasts that push you back if you're in its sight for too long. And sometimes I've actually been pushed off the map. So, in fact, I got pushed off the map during damage phase, which was really annoying. And on this side, our base of operations is behind this flower pot. What the aim of this encounter is that basically, as a team, we need to pick up 10 of those black orbs. There's one at the front at the moment. That's when we collect that. That's what will start it off. However, as always, there's a caveat. One player cannot pick up more than 2, otherwise they will die. So we need to keep it... we need to sort of have a system between us so that no one is ever holding more than 2. So, just so it's easier, and because you're a warlock, if you grab... When we're ready to start, you can grab the first one, and you'll also grab the 10th one. So the 10th one will spawn in exactly the same... Yeah, spawn in exactly the same place. And also, you're not the well warlock, so that's fine. So I will grab first lot of orbs on our side. A-Train, you're going to grab second lot. So once we've picked up that first orb, Ko comes back here. We shoot ads. Once they're all dead, or most of them are dead, the boss will start halfway through. 2 orbs will spawn usually, and it's the same whether you're on left or right. One will spawn on the lower area, one will spawn in the upper area. So the person who's collecting number 1, so that'll be me, I grab both orbs. So I've picked up my max, and the same on left, someone will pick up both. So I suggest if we have Sip Dip, you pick up the first 2, Joe, if you can then be the designated healer. Actually saying that, A-Train, you're going to grab the first 2. I'll tell you when to go. So as soon as they start spawning in, you'll see like a sort of beam, 2 beams coming down from the sky. You just need to run over here, jump through the black orbs, collect both, and then get back to the flower pot as quickly as you can. Shortly after... You go on. It doesn't matter, just grab them. If it's I'd say once you see it spawning in, just run to the top, grab the top one, and then if you miss the bottom one, grab it on your way back. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. If it's there when you run past it, grab it. Otherwise, grab it on the way back. But get back to your flower pot as quickly as possible. So, Sip Dip, you'll grab the first 2 that spawn on that side, and A-Train, you're grabbing the first 2 on here. Shortly after that, one of you 2 that's picked up 2 will be frozen where you are, and you'll have like a black vortex spinning around you. So, you can still shoot through it, but you can't move. And you'll have a countdown timer. Basically... the healer, I will grab the first one, Joe, just even if it's on your side, because obviously, if we have to pick up the second one, we won't be able to pick up the second one, so we'll need you to pick up the second eye thing. So whoever calls it out, just call out trapped on left, trapped on right. So obviously left team, you call trapped left. So if it's you, A-Train, you're just going to call trapped right. I will grab the Eye of Riven, the thing that they drop, run over to the person that's trapped, use my grenade ability whilst I'm next to you, whilst I'm basically using the grenade ability whilst holding that Eye of Riven, will break your vortex, but then I will steal however many balls you've captured. So if I free you, A-Train, then you'll have to grab the second lot of balls, because you'll go from 2 to 0. I'll have 2. Yeah, but as long as if we don't save you in time, you'll die, and the 2 orbs will randomly spawn somewhere on the map. So ideally, someone needs to pick them up quickly. Sometimes it's annoying because there'll be one on the left, one on the right, but we just need to grab them. Hopefully, if we do this quickly, and once we get this down, if you call out quickly enough, the healer will be ready, can grab the eye thing and free you before that happens. Anyway, then we carry on shooting more ads. Another 2 balls spawn on each side, and then number 2 person will go and collect them, unless the person that's doing the healing has just got trapped. In that example, if I've freed you, A-Train, you're going to grab the second lot anyway. And Joe, if I have to free someone from your side on the first go, on the second time, if you can come over here to collect the second lot of orbs, because obviously then me and, if I have to free one of your team, me and A-Train will both be holding some, so if you can do that, but I'll call that if we need it. Okay, so then we carry on as we did before. The person calls who's trapped. It could be any of 4 people now, because there'll be 4, so basically we'll have 4 people holding 2 orbs, and 1 person holding 1, so Ko will be holding 1, so we're holding a total of 9 orbs. We free the next person, kill a few more ads, and then the 10th orb will spawn, which is there where the boss is. once we're ready, we send Ko in to grab it. Everyone else is going to get back to here, so pretty much where this where the flag is. So as soon as we say Ko, grab 10th orb, whilst he's running there, just plonk the well here, and we're going to stand in it, and then we're just firing Whisper of the Worm. Once the boss, you need to give it a second. He'll sort of stand up after Ko grabs that last orb, and you'll see his big pulsating sack on his back. That's his crit. So to be honest, if you're missing him with Whisper of the Worm, I don't even have the words to insult you. So you might miss the odd shot if you're doing it too quickly, but generally you won't miss that many. And if we miss a shot, we should get. And then that's it. As long as we should be able to one phase him, and we should be aiming to one phase him anyway. The only downside is he will, every time those black orbs are on the field, the longer they're on the field, the boss builds power. So that's why when they do spawn, we want to collect them as quickly as possible, because whatever power he's reached during the damage phase, it continues creeping up until it reaches 100. If it reaches 100 before we kill him, we will wipe. It will just kill us. So that's why we don't want those orbs on the field during the collection phase for any longer than necessary. That's it. So just remembering what order you're picking it up in. And just so you're aware of what me and Joe are doing, the Eyes of Riven, you know, those things that they drop that I said not to pick up, they become important from this point on. So basically, someone who hasn't grabbed any is grabbing one in order to free the person that's trapped for this encounter. That's all they're used for. But that'll be me and Joe, so you won't have to worry. Oh, fuck, I've just rallied and I haven't changed my weapons. Christ. Ko, that is your fault. Honestly. Hopefully, I've got sufficient... Oh, 9. 9 ammo. Get rid of this shitty area on as well. Shove that in the bloody vault. Oh, I don't have that. Shit. I haven't finished yet, okay? Okay. But I'm glad that you're ready for when I have. Yes. Yeah. The new raid, I think, personally, is piss easy. Certainly to the boss. The boss is the only remotely difficult encounter. The rest of it is... Right, so I've got... Oh, God, I've got no ammo at all, honestly. Right, okay, Right, let's just go, shall we? Let's go and scavenge some ammo. I'm actually going to brave it. Well, I normally get killed if I get up here too early. I really can't afford to do without ammo. There's an ogre still in the middle. Be ready. Yeah, so A train, get ready for when the orbs start spawning in. They're not... Cool. They should be spawning in shortly. Where's the is the guy on your side, Joe? The ribbon. Oh no, I've got one. Yeah. So get back to your hiding place as soon as you can. Who's trapped? I've got you. Okay, so Joe, you're gonna have to collect our next set of orbs on our side. I didn't realise, because I've never done that before. You can see who's trapped as well so easily. Yeah, I wasn't sure it was something only the person that's trapped can see. We're waiting for our ads to be killed. Right, they're down now, so hopefully we can do it in 41 seconds so that Joe will be able to pick up that. Right, orbs are coming in. Go, go, go. No, it's not you. Oh shit. Someone's gonna. Once I've spawned you, you're gonna have to get. Oh, I'm trapped, Joe. I'm right. There's gonna be more orbs spawning as well, so someone needs to get those spare orbs that are still up. Yeah, the boss. Fine. The boss. Thank you. The boss is at 50%, so we're probably not going to want... The orb's still there. Fine. No, it's fine, it's cool. Right, so Ko, when the next one spawns, just grab it. Everyone else get ready to jump back to middle in a minute. Not yet. Once the last orb spawns by the boss. But you'll see what we're doing, so even if we die, you've had a run through of what we should be doing at least. Don't worry. I know, I'm sure everyone's on tender hooks waiting for Ko to just out. Yeah. Well, I didn't mean in real life. Oh god, I'm out of ammo. Oh my god, I've got but 9 heavy. And nothing else. God, how long have we taken to kill these things, honestly? Yeah, there's another right at the top. Right, orb, Ko, go. Everyone else get back to do damage. The popper, get to me. Popper well here. And then damage now. I'm gonna have a tether because I haven't got any. I'm on the pulse rifle now. Right, I'm going to shoot some of these things that are coming towards us. Yeah, so we normally would have a lot longer to do that, but because we had orbs sitting on the floor for a period, it got stronger and therefore we had less time. But that's it. That's all we're doing. And hopefully this time when I talk to the thing, I'll actually have a full clip of actual ammo as well. So yeah, so A-Train, even though you're only collecting the first set of orbs unless you're unless you're trapped and I free you. If I free you, you'll be free to collect the next set of orbs. If I have to free someone on Joe's side, Joe will collect our orbs and you don't have to collect anything. But that's fine. Right. Okay. Go when you're ready. I can shoot from the comfort of the tree stump this time. Are there any ads spawned? Oh, there's one right on it. Eyes are spawning in, and orbs are spawning in, so off you go, A-Train. Where's the eye? Is it on your side, Joe, or mine? No. Yes, is that it? Yes, it is. That's a Vandal. Okay, I'm gonna need it dead so I can get to the... Thank you. Okay, coming to get you. Why is it picking up? Fucking hell. Oh god, I hope I get you in time. I hope I don't die. Fine, got you. Right, so this time A-Train you're not running. I repeat. Why is there, there's an orb at top on our side? Why hasn't it been... Did you not pick it? Did you not pick both? Have you got ×2 or ×1? Yeah, okay, cool. But we're... Again, we might not... We might have... Don't worry. Joe's team will do something wrong eventually. Because I'm grabbing the first... I'm grabbing the first thing, because otherwise I won't be able to heal. If I picked up, there'll be no one on your team to do it. Right, this should be second lot of wave of ads. Eyes, right, Joe, you need to collect our things though. No, you need to grab our orbs. Because I had to freeze someone. It's fine, I think he's at 60% straight, we're not gonna...
Guardian down.
Don't worry. Let's just wipe. I jump over the edge.
Guardian down.
I got them all, it doesn't show you, but I got the most assists. And we don't call you the janitor for no reason, because you clean up after everyone. Okay, Mr. Bottom 2 is the second from the right. Okay. Has everyone talked to the stick? That shouldn't affect it. Yeah, the next wave of ads are spawning in, so the orbs are spawning now as well, so go. A-Train? No. It's definitely not express train. That's fine, cool, get back. Where's the eye? Okay, grab him. Okay, thank you. So Joe, if you collect our orbs next on our side. Well, I'll tell you what, if I stay over your side for shooting, you may as well go over that side for orbs, and then you can just come back when you need to get the Okay, someone needs to collect orbs on this side. Okay, when someone gets trapped, so Sip, Dip, Fish and Chip, can you go and grab the eye? It's on this side. It on our side, on the right. It's at the back here. No, because you won't be able to free them. I've realised anyway. I've cocked up with this as well. So hang on, we will need Sip Dip as a. It's Sip Dip. You've run past it. It's this thing here that you need to pick up. Don't worry. White here, I'm going to just quickly change that mechanic. I was trying to avoid having any of the new people having to pick up the eye, but I think we're going to need to switch. So Joe, yes, we'll do what you said. You grab right, I'll grab this side. But if both of us end up not being, that's what I mean. But Sip Dip, if both me and Joe are like incapacitated, you'll have to grab one on one of the rounds. But we'll call it out in advance. So if that's the case. Yeah, if that's the case, just look around until you can see on the whole map, see where you can see one of those markers to pick up, head to it, and then head to the person that's called that they're trapped, whether they're on left or right, run up to them, press your grenade button whilst you're holding it, and that will free them. You might, if there's not one already on the floor. If there's one on the floor, just grab it. But yeah, that was my bad. I was thinking... yes. Right, orbs should be spawning in shortly. Okay, orb collectors, go. It's not, oh, it is. I've got one as well. I know I have another vandal, so you'll have to grab it anyway, Joe. Do we? Okay, well, Joe may as well do it if he's got it. Right, it's fine. Shit.
He's down at the bottom. I've got him.
It's alright, I've grabbed. I might not get there in time. How many seconds have you got? Oh. Oh, shit. Excuse me, I was getting told that there was one on the left, so I wasn't bothering to go. Right, okay, let's just go. Orbs. I'll grab them. I'm grabbing this lot anyway. So. And there's another one on this side. Someone grab this as well. Oh. I'm trapped. Oh, this is in there. I'm trapped. No, I'm trapped, so it's going to be a wipe, so I've got 2 seconds. It's just wipe, because this is too messy anyway. Right. It's fine. When those eyes of Riven do spawn in, everyone on left or right needs to be taking them out, because obviously the person needs to run for them. If Joe saw one, everyone should have been shooting it so it dies quickly, so we don't lose it because it runs behind shit.
The one on the left jumps down on the floor.
Thanks, Co. That's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be able to do this. It's just done. It's just, to be fair, the fact that we lost the, we just lost a thingy. That's all. That was a problem then. But just as I say, everyone just, once they start spawning and after the orbs have been collected, make sure you're looking out for eyes and shoot them even if you're not going up to them, just so we can get them quickly. Yep. At the top, so it's easier for me to grab the eye if I need to grab it. Right, so get ready, all people, because they will be spawning in shortly. They'll be spawning in now, in a second, so get going. I can't see a thing on our side. Okay, cool. So Joe, you'll be healing, yeah? It's on the floor, I think. I've got it on my side. Fine, Joe, I've got it. Fine, I've got you. Yes. Okay, that's cool. I don't even know, now we've got a second one suddenly. Are you sure it wasn't a vandal? Right. Anyway, it's fine. Right, orbs, go. So at least, Joe, you'll be able to... Joe, do you want to come and... You've got 22 seconds. Do you want to grab the eye of Riven that's on this side? Just so it's already there. I'm trapped as well, so if you can grab it and get me, that'd be great. You're too far away. Oh, no, you weren't. You took them. That doesn't make sense. Right, I'm going to grab them anyway. Oh, no! Fuck! I'm dead. No, it's glitched. It's glitching because I've got ×2 and it's not killed me. No, I don't think you didn't miss, Joe. I think it's just glitched. Yeah. That's. Yeah, we might as well try, even though we shouldn't. It should be killing me. Okay, let's get ready for damage phase then. It should be. It's done this twice before, and then I died afterwards. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, well done. That was glitchy. Because Joe, after you died, I was like, no, you were literally on me, so it wasn't that you did it too early. You were on top of me. I thought that's the only reason, but then as soon as I ran through one of those orbs, I had ×2. I don't know. Never mind.
Shall we be friends?
But well done. That was a good run. Right, the next encounter is my favourite, so I'm happy to do this because it shouldn't take us too long. But I've probably only got until about 11:30 at the most, so 45 minutes. But that should be more than enough. We might as well just get there and then. It'll be close range and stuff again that's like a one-shot wonders per kills. So I use the sword that you get from the forges if you've got one with surrounded and extra damage and stuff like that. That's really good. Shotgun and usually just a pulse rifle or something like that, just as for extra for little adds. And then I usually use golden gun, celestial, but. Or Blade Barrage is okay, but sometimes Blade Barrage like makes the knights that we're trying to kill go all over the place, and that's not really very useful in this encounter. Yeah. Nova Bomb.
You're so close.
Definitely
friend.
Nova Bomb. Slova Bomb is probably the best one.
Kill me. My heart is yours.
Right, let me just sort out what I'm wearing. So I'm just sorting my weapons out, and then I'll go into boring expo. Oh no! I wasn't expecting to get there tonight, and Riven will take just. What I'm planning to do is next week just do Riven. So people that are in today, if you're about next Wednesday at the same time, then you will have first refusal. Otherwise, I'll find replacements. But I want to do just Riven on its own because it's too long doing the whole lot in one go.
Will the checkpoints?
No, but we can wish to Riven.
Oh, alright.
So it won't be a problem. Right. Right, I'm actually gonna put on. Right, Joe, are you going to take trees like normal? Okay, I will take middle as well, like normal, and Co can go on the right. Yeah. So first of all, just in terms of the arena, there are 3 points. Middle, which is this bit we just came up with, that we came up through. Trees over to the left, which is where you've got trees. Rocks to the right, where you've got a big pokey rock. 3 teams of 2. We'll have 1 runner on each team and 1 plate person adds. So what we're going to do when we start, so I will be the runner for middle and Joe will be the runner on trees. So Co, what did you do last time you did this and what do you want to do this time? Plate. Okay. Do you know what you're doing with running? I mean, I'll explain it anyway, but that way. Okay, you run. So Savala, if you want to go with Joe, so you're on trees. A-Train stay in middle with me, and Sip Dip if you want to go right with Co. So so Sip Dip. Basically, the 3, so A-Train, Sip Dip, and Zavala, you're going to stand on these 3 plates at the same time in a moment. So at your respective areas, rock, trees, and things. When you do that, you need to, your partner is going to be guarding you from ads, so you need to stay on those plates until we've had all the necessary call-outs. So once you're on plates, A-Train, you're going to stand here. You're going to be looking up, or all three of you are going to be looking up in front of you at this big ball thing in the middle. And after a few seconds, you'll see a block appear with these three symbols horizontally across it. Now, it can be one of about, so is it 18 or 24 symbols? But you know we had like the four. You know we had the four symbols that were in the snake rooms. There's 4 snakes. There's also 4 fish, 4 birds, and 4 dragons. So make 16 then. You basically need to describe the relevant symbol. So middle person on the once they you'll all have symbols, but middle person only, aka so A-Train. You're just going to call out or describe what symbol you see in the middle. This bit is always hilarious because until you get used to this raid and you sort of just learn what, I'm sure every clan calls them different things, but like we call one of them Sassy Bird because it looks like it's looking over its shoulder sassily, but no one else will. If we were playing with someone else, they wouldn't have a clue what we were talking about. It was just what we've started calling it. And there's one called Erect Fish and 69 Fish, which again you'll probably see if we get there. But regardless, do your best to describe what you're seeing. So don't give it as, so like for example, there's dragons facing left and right. So you might want to say dragon breathing fire to the left or the right, or try and just describe as best you can. Anyway, that's your job, A-Train. You're going to call that out. Now the symbol that you call out in the middle will either appear on Ko's side, so that will be that will be. So Sip Dip will be over on the rocks. So you'll be it will either be on that side or Zavala, you'll see it. If either of you can see the symbol that A-Train has just described, you need to tell us, is it on your left or is it on your right? If it's in the middle, one of you has done something drastically wrong. Either A-Train's description skills are crap, or one of your listening skills is crap. So it will always be left or right. Let's just say it's Zavala. Let's just say A-Train's like, right, Cloud Snake. Zavala says, I've got Cloud Snake, it's on my left. This is the bit that's not going to make sense to people, but left is always, I've forgotten the names, Penumbra, and right is always Antumbra. That's only important for the runners who have to pick up those things that the Eyes of Riven drop. So basically this time, those things that the Eyes of Riven drops are the keys to these locks. So if Zavala says, right, that symbol is on my left, and that means it's Penumbra. We know that this is a Penumbra lock for that encounter. Then, once you've called out whoever it is first, it may not be Zavala, it might be Sip Dip, so you just got to listen out to who's got what symbol, but in this case. So as soon as you've called that out and told us what side it's on, left or right, we'll be able to tell you whether it's Penumbra or Antumbra if you forget which way around it is. You then call your middle one out. So when you describe your middle symbol, it will definitely be on Sip and Dip. You'll have, so it will always go, it will go middle, then it will go to the left or the right, then it will go to the opposite side, whichever one it is on. So let's just say Zavala Lama is telling us it is a downward pointing stake. Sip Dip's like, yes, I've got that on my right, Antumbra. This becomes an Antumbra lock. So we know that this is Penumbra lock, this is Antumbra lock, and at the moment, we don't know what this lock is. It could be either, but we don't need to know because we can unlock it through a process of elimination. So once we've done that, all teams are going to run into the rooms behind them. So as soon as we've heard both sides and we know what 2 of the locks are, me and A-Train will step back here. So A-Train, you'll be down the back of the steps. And at this point, make sure as well that don't be too eager to kill every single ad. Everyone needs to be in the rooms before we shoot the final ad. Otherwise, because walls will come up across the back of the room along here, and you won't be able to pass through them. So if that happens, you'll have to run into the room that's open, and then if you look around the back of the room, there's like a passageway, and it goes round in a big circle from room to room. So if you just sort of familiarise with that, where that is, if you happen to get locked in the middle when the doors close, you can go into the open room and use the passages that go round the back to get to whatever room you need to go to. So just try not to run the long way round. If the room you're trying to get to is on the left, don't run right. Okay. Once we're in the rooms, like I say, one door will be open. The door that's open will be the first to run. So let's just say it was middle. Me and A-Train, we're going to be in here shooting ads. Eventually, an Eye of Riven will spawn. We kill it. Once we've killed it, I will grab it because I'm the runner, or whoever the runner is in that particular room will grab it, and they will call out, and then so this is for your benefit, Ko. When you pick it up, above your super, it will tell you that you've got Umbra or something, Essence. It will either say Penumbra or Antumbra. But we need to listen out to which room is next open. So once I've got into middle, the middle door will lock and one of the other doors will unlock. So if Joe calls out trees is open, I grab my eye, I run round to trees, which is this way. Whilst I'm running, you can also you can use your weapon button code to shoot. So when you come into enemies, you can just shoot whilst you're holding it. I come out into the middle. Yeah, exactly. Once I'm in middle, I'll be looking at what have I got, Antumbra or Penumbra, and then you go to the relevant lock. So if I had Antumbra, I'd go to whichever lock has called that out, and you use your grenade ability whilst you're stood on there to activate that lock. If, say, both of these were Antumbra, and I had a Penumbra lock, well, it's obviously this one, the one that we didn't yet. So if there's one of each, we need to unlock those two first, because unless we get two of the same in a row, because you only unlock this, you don't guess what this one is. You either do the first two, or if you know that neither of those two are what you've got, that's the only time we unlock that one. So, then let's say I've run round, I've unlocked my lock, I'll go back into the room that was open, so trees in this case, so you need to make sure you don't kill your, the captain, the second eye, before the last person has got back in, otherwise they're going to have to run back to a different door that unlocks. Once I'm in, they can kill their eye, Joe can pick it up, and it will always go in the same direction to the next plate, so if I had to move clockwise from middle to trees, then the next room that's open will be rocks anyway, so Joe would be moving clockwise. Similarly, if I was running anti-clockwise, it would go anti-clockwise to the next room. Joe would run round with his eye, he'd decide whether it's Penumbra and Antumbra, unlock the lock, get back in the room, and then the third runner, in this example, Ko, then it'd be safe for him to take down his Eye of Riven, grab it, run round to the open room, and then unlock the final lock. So Ko, whoever's the third runner is obvious, because you can take the lock that no one else has done. Once we've done that, that's one phase. We have to repeat that whole process 3 times. So once we've done that once, and we're also on a countdown time, so we've got, I think it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes to do all 3 locks. Then it resets. We we get everyone, all 3 on the plates again, and we identify the symbols and which lock is which before we go back into rooms and repeat the process. The only thing I need to mention here is every time an Eye of Riven is picked up, a yellow bar knight will spawn at the back in the center of each room. So when the first Eye of Riven is picked up, it'll be one knight in one of the 3 rooms. So it could be any of the 3. So everyone needs to be keeping an eye out, especially if you're the person that's left on your own because your runner has had to run off. So save your supers for if you're on your own and you struggle, because you have to kill that knight, because if it gets through that wall that's locking you into this room, he will basically stab his sword into the lock, and that will wipe us if we don't kill him within a few seconds. So under no circumstances must your knight escape your room. You have to kill it immediately. So that's the first one. It'll be random, so it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get one. When the second Eye of Riven is picked up, 2 knights will spawn at 2 of the locations. Again, it's random, so you might be lucky and not have one. When the third Eye of Riven is spawned, there will be 3 yellow bar knights, so 1 on each plate. And that's the same every phase. So once you've completed one lock phase and the second lock phase begins, it's the same thing again after the first Eye of Riven, just 1 appears, etc. So we will be calling out knights, knights, knights. So you need to call out, yes, knights is on rock or trees or whatever, or knight down, just so everyone's aware that there's not a knight that people have forgotten about. And that's it. So really your supers are for the knights, everything else is pretty easy to kill. Explanation over. Does that make sense, or does anyone have any questions on that? Yes, depending on what side the symbol appears on. Yep. And then the first, whoever the first, you don't get off the locks at that point. You stand on them. Whoever just called out left or right, they then call their middle symbol. Okay. Once we've had 2 people call out left and right, we don't need to worry about it anymore. So you only have to call out. So the middle person just calls middle. Then whoever side that symbol goes on calls out, whether it's left or right, calls out their middle one. The other person tells us left or right, and then we get back into the rooms, finish off the ads from within the rooms, and make sure we don't get locked out. As I say, if you get locked out, go in the empty room and the open room and run round. But yeah, that's it. Ready to give it a go? Oh, gone. Yes. Yeah. When I say everyone get back on plates, it's that. When I say get on plates, it's that phase. You're calling out the middle as soon as you see it, and then everyone else is getting on and calling. You won't be able to see anything unless all 3 of you are on the plate. So whilst you're on there, you can't get off the plate. So even if you're getting shot by ads, everyone else needs to be taking care of them. Okay, are we good to go? No, you just stand as long as you're on it. Sometimes it's a bit glitchy if you're a bit far away, so just make sure you're stood directly on top of it, and then use your grenade. If you're running over it and use your grenade, sometimes it doesn't register, so just stand still on it. Yeah. But you just need, if you're not sure, ask, because obviously everyone will hear what plate is what, so if you've forgotten which one you're meant to be running to, when you don't remember which one's Penumbra or Antumbra, hopefully someone will. Okay, so when you guys are ready, if you want to stand on those plates, and then as soon as you see the symbol A-Train, you're calling it out.
I've got that on my right.
Is that trees, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your middle symbol?
69 fish.
Circle fish, yeah. So, okay, that's fine. You can get off your plates, everyone into rooms. So it's Antumbra on both sides. Get into your rooms. Yeah, but get in your rooms first and then shoot them so that we don't get locked out. Right, oh, there's another one. Right. Is it trees open? Trees is open. Right, so we're just going to have to worry about the night. Yeah, so for this bit, guys, it's usually only the room that has the Eye of Riven in that we'll have to worry about ads. A-Train, I wouldn't worry about them, they won't be able to get us. We just need to worry about the night if it spawns here. They'll only be able to get us if our door opens, so just be aware of that if we get a Eye of Riven spawning. Rocks looks like it's open because it's not middle. So you can dunk. Where's the knight? Okay, you guys can destroy it. Cool. Yeah, dunk at rocks because it's double Antumbra anyway. Okay, be ready, there's a knight, I'll get this knight. Our knight's down in middle, who else has got a knight? Oh. Alright, it's going to be a wipe. Remember, there's 2 knights that time, because it was the second pickup. So every single time you hear someone's picking up, and you hear knights, just scour be at the back of your arena. You should always, whilst you're in the rooms, always stay at the back of the room, because that's where the knight will spawn, and you want to have as much time as you can to kill it. If you haven't got one, then that's fine. You don't have to worry about it until the next call out, but it's like I say, you get 1 knight, then 2, then 3, so...
That was me.
What,
It's me. Can anyone hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can anyone else?
Do you want to just... Well, it doesn't... Yeah. Well, Joe, if you want, you can. You don't. It doesn't have to be different people. We can. It can still be you calling it because you'll still have time to get in the room and do your thing there. So if Zavala, if we've got a problem with the comms, it's fine as long as. And Sip Dip, can everyone hear Sip Dip?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so Joe, yeah, you may as well. So Zavala, you're still staying over at Trees, but you're without without wanting to feel like I'm demoting you. You're just going to be on ads and then obviously nights when you're in the room as well, keeping an eye out for them.
Okay.
Yep. No, you always stay in your room. You just stay in your room. Yep. Because if Ko's not there and the night spawns, you're going to need to be there to kill it. Right, so if everyone gets up to the flag, if the plate people get on plates, and do that again. Just in time, Zavala. So double and Tumbra again. Everyone get in your rooms and finish the ads. Right, okay, we're all in. Oh, that was close. Right, middle's open, so I'll be running first. Okay, picking up. Knights will spawn somewhere. Where's open? And okay, yeah, going in. So A train, you're all right at the moment. And I've got Penumbra, so I'll be dunking in middle, won't I? Because it was double amp. Okay, just don't kill that. Don't kill that eye yet. Right, yeah, that's done. Right, I'm in. You can kill your thing when you're ready. Right, okay, it's down, so be careful. Knights will be spawning. There'll be night on tree and rocks. Cool. No, Coach, you've got to get back in. Oh, sorry. Did you dunk at trees or rocks? Okay, so Joe, you'll be dunking at rocks, obviously. Okay, so there'll be a knight on all three now, so be ready. A-Train, I've got our knight, because... yeah, yeah. Okay, our knight's down. Everyone else has got their knight?
Melee. Yep, knight's down.
Cool. Cool, right, everyone, once the doors open, get back into the middle. So just stay where you are, the doors will... right, everyone into the middle, finish killing ads, and then plate people get back on plates for phase 2. That's it, we just got to do that 2 more times. Yeah, kill the ads first. Yeah, we need to get on the plate, people should be shooting ads. Okay, right, everyone in middle and then make your way to your plate. So I'll be running first again. We took too long on getting on the plates and killing those ads. We should have killed ads quickly before everyone got on plate. Don't stay in middle, just run to your plate. Just run to where you need to go. So use the back passages. Right, my eye's coming in, so you'll be getting a knight in a moment. Right, knight's coming in. It's on middle anyway. What's open? Okay, fine. Was it double ant again? Okay, I've got Penumbra, so I'll be going middle. Is it made it through? fine, okay. Right, I'm back in, you can kill your eye. Right, get ready, 2 knights will be appearing in a sec. We've got one, I'll grab this one. Oh, why is my gold, my celestial wasn't counting then? Oh shit, let's just make sure he doesn't go into the middle. What have you got? Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Do we know they're both hand? Well, okay, he's dead then. Middle. And there'll be a knight on all 3, so here we've got a knight. Nice, he's dead. Has everyone else got their knight?
Yeah, mine's down.
No, rocks. Rocks is the only one that hasn't been done. There we go, it's all done. Everyone back to the middle, kill ads, get to the middle and kill ads that are in your room, and then just get straight on those plates once they're all dead. Okay, plates. Okay, right, everyone in rooms. So, rocks, ant was it? And, I'm sorry, trees, ant, rocks, pen. Okay, cool. Right, looks like, cool. Okay, middle's open. Oh, the knight! It's fine, I should be able to get it anyway. It's down. You just teleport it then. Right, okay, it's not in yet. Okay, it's coming in, so get ready. Knights are going to be spawning on 2 places. Right, so I'll be going to rocks. There's one knight in middle. There's one knight on middle as well. Yep, well done. And I've got Penumbra, so we already used one, so I need to go middle, don't I? Yeah. Okay, that's... Alright, I'm in, you can kill it at your leisure. Okay, so there'll be a knight on all 3. Oh, shoot you instead. It doesn't matter, it's the last one, so... Should have run the other way, so... More like Captain Obvious. Well done. Hey! Oh, so did I. Joy, oh joy. Well, we can run through to the Riven room, but there's no point in actually, and then I'll take us to all of it anyway. But that was good going, guys, actually. But to be fair, it seems like a bit of hard work, but you do this raid again, you'll be able to get through those encounters really easily. It's just the fact it's trying to understand them the first time. But that's my favourite encounter, I think, the vault. I love that music on. Yeah,
the music is sick.
I remember the first time we were doing that, and everyone was. You're sort of panicking that if you get it wrong, and we did a couple of times, and the first few times, although it is one of the shortest encounters that we took to learn, other than I don't think I'm in charge, am I? Someone else. Oh, should we just stand? Everyone stand on a plate. There's 3 plates on either side of the room. Yeah, just stand on them, and then we'll die afterwards. And look in the middle. The boss will be in the middle as we go down. You can't have 2-person people on the same plate, so move around. Joseph, can you just stand on a plate just so everyone can say hello to Riven before we go back to the tower? No. I took the extra strain for you, Joe. Oh yeah, here she is. She does look really cool, I have to say. I really do like the look of her.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. Okay, fire team leader, take us to the tower, please. I've lost the power. Oh, has it gone back to me? No, it's not me. I'm sure it's not. Unless someone that made me, because I had to leave because I got booted on Shiro Chi. Oh, damn it. Just, it's alright, everyone will die shortly. Oh. Well, that was nice going, guys. I didn't actually hate doing that. That's quite alright. Just out of interest, so if you guys do want to do Riven, are all of you available same time next Wednesday? If you are, as I say, I'll give you first refusal to do it. If not, I'll obviously post for other people, but seeing as you got up to this point, if you want to do it, you may as well.
I'm free.
Yeah, that's fine. You have to let me know now. I'll try and message people. We've got that chat that I created to send you the pictures on the PlayStation. So if you guys just want to let me know on there, I'll assume you can do it, and just let me know if you can't. And then if I haven't heard by Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday next week, I'll message you all and see who's about and who's not. It gives me time to find one. This is one of those raids where it's actually quite easy to find people. Not, that I want to make you feel insignificant.
I think everyone wants to do Last Wish.
Yeah. But honestly, if next week, if we do it and we actually kill Riven, that will be an accomplishment. It is that involved trying to do Riven. It really is. It wouldn't do any harm, so you can, we might do things slightly differently from what they might advise, etc, but at least if you've got an idea of what the basic mechanics are, so that when I'm explaining it to you, it's not completely alien, it will make it a lot easier, because otherwise...
Is there a particular guide you recommend? Anyone in particular to find?
I don't know, it's fine, I can translate it from broken to see what he's saying.
Is it really breaking it up?
Yeah, you're the fishbowl, I think. But
that's fun.
It just sounds like you keep dipping your head in water and talking. No, can you not hear him? The northern. Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when I watched the video, which was when we were trying to learn it, there was only a couple up, and the worst one to watch is, what's that one's name that always gets the rolls first? Datto. I found his one a bit disjointed and not very clear. I can't remember who it was. There's another one that's much shorter and actually explains it much better with the video as well, but I can't remember who it was. But Dato's one is like 20 minutes long. A doozy. I just didn't understand what Dato was. Before I went in, watching it, I was like, okay, I don't feel any better informed. But I think it's just because there's so much to take in. Yeah. But I think at least if people have got an idea, at least if I'm saying do this, do that, at least you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the left and right rooms, when I'm talking about the symbols, when I'm talking about the eyes. You've got an idea of what's going on at least. You know, I feel like we're setting homework. You don't have to do it, but it will, yeah. If everyone's on the same page when they go in and at least have got an idea of the... Oh shit, why have I just deleted my 954 cloak? Joe! Oh no, it's fine, I've got another one, it's fine. Oh.
Hello.
Do you know what, nice. Joe? I hope you never get the exotic from Scourge, whatever it is, Crown of Sorrow. Terrible. I had two of them. I don't know. The other day I discovered there was two sitting in my vault. I was like, I don't know where I got the second one.
Acknowledged.
Well, me and Joe have both had 9 one-day voices. much to the one guy in our clan who has probably raided more than... Well, maybe not both of us, because I've probably raided every time, but he's raided pretty much every time. He hasn't had it yet. So I got 9 before Joe got his first. Then Joe's caught up and now got 9 as well. And this guy has still not had a single one. It's just pot luck, isn't it? It's just... Well, I was getting annoyed. Once I got it, I didn't care. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to head off as well, guys, but thank you for not being crap.
Thank you.
Always good to see you guys.
Worse than you were. Okay. Yeah, enjoy your day. Alright. See you later. See you next week.
Thank you for
shopping. Bye. Oh, how do I abandon this party now? Bye. Oh, actually, I won't go. Make the player. He's already gone. 2 players. I have. It's locked anyway, but I've locked it. I've put it to 2 players so no one else can join. I actually quite enjoyed them, to be fair. Like those. I quite enjoyed the Australian guy. And Savala's alright, apart from he did go a bit crackly, but then it could also be that we had, like, literally, our internet connection was going round the world, literally. Oh, really? Yeah.